To one of my videos, and today I'm just going to be officially you guys on some more current latest news. Now this is regarding a bit more Chelsea's transfer rumours now, as I am going to update you guys on it right now in the current process. Now reportedly Chelsea, obviously we know Conte, we're not satisfied with Chelsea's current August window, as I did suggest out to you. Chelsea won the Premier League with Conte in his first season, as we're all aware of, and Chelsea are still looking for reinvestments, and they're still looking to strengthen key positions, because they're definitely still in the search, for someone to partner up with Alvaro Morata in their front line. Also, they reportedly did say the other day in the press they're considering making moves for Ross Barkley and Christian Benteke in January as well in the current process. We know Chelsea missed out on quite a few targets in the August window, so it's Alexandro, they went for Llorente, they didn't get him. Chelsea made inquiries about Jamie Vardy in the current process as well. So reportedly, Chelsea reportedly have showed an interest in Icardi. Icardi, who's been Inter Milan since 2013. I think this is his fifth season now in the process, if I am correct. He's completed 4 seasons there. I think he's made about 135 appearances for Inter Milan and scored about 82 goals, as well as the current player. But reportedly, he I think last October sometime he signed a new deal with Inter Milan until 2021 as well, did Icardi. And I think a few teams had been reportedly interested in him during August as well. What are that, guys? 5. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, So as I was saying, yes, so reportedly he signed a new deal with Inter Milan until 2021, but reportedly Chelsea are willing to meet his release clause in January, because he does have a release clause. It's reported out he has a release clause of £88 million, does it Icardi from Inter Milan, and reportedly Chelsea are considering making a move for the player in January, because Icardi is having a fantastic season again so far this season. Inter Milan, he's scored 11 goals. I think this season he's provided a couple of assists as well as the given player. And we know the player is an ex-Barcelona player. He graduated from Barcelona's youth system. That's where he'd risen up the ranks. Then he went to Sampan. I think he went to then Sampdoria, where he began his professional career with them as well. And he joined in at Milan in 2013 as well, did the player, as I said. Also in 2014-15 season, he was voted the top scorer for Serie A because he scored 22 goals in that season as well, did Icardi. But Icardi's a player that's good, he's strong, he's quick, he can operate space, he can create chances, he's very, very clinical. His link-up players are absolutely sublime as well. He's a clinical finisher, he's an efficient finisher. He's very distinctive in his play, very distinctive, creative, agile, and Chelsea think, he probably fit the Chelsea agenda fantastically well, would Icardi. But reportedly, he has a release clause of £88 million, and Chelsea may consider making a move for him in January, because Chelsea got the pursuit of Morata for 70 million. They got Bakayoko in, Danny Drinkwater, who's hardly played for Chelsea this season as well so far. Bakayoko, Rodiger, and that. So Chelsea still looking, for reinvestments into their squad, as I currently said in the current process. But as I said, he's a very, very good player. He can operate space, he can create chances, he can also provide assists as well as score goals. So he is a very, very distinctive player and a good player indeed. So Chelsea have had to move out for him. But reportedly Chelsea have, got quite a few players on their agenda for January. As you updated you earlier on, the other day, should I say, Chelsea were considering making moves in January for Barkley and Christian Benteke as well, because I said about Ross Barkley, he basically, a deal had been agreed between Chelsea and Everton in the process of this. A fee and deal had been agreed, but Ross Barkley had pulled out of the move because Ross Barkley, we know, is injured, so he hasn't played for Everton this season. He is out of contract next summer, but I said Everton would rather cash in for Barkley rather than let him go on a free transfer next summer, Ross Barkley. And we know also... And we know also that he had a medical. Basically, he did have a medical, but he basically never made the move did Ross Barkley in the current process. So basically, Chelsea could consider going for him in January. Reportedly Tottenham have been interested in Ross Barkley as well in the current process. But Ross Barkley made his international debut in 2013 for Everton Football Club, as I said as well. He made his international debut for Everton in not for Everton, England, sorry, in 2013 as well, did Ross Barkley. We know he's been an Everton player, since 11 years old, so he has been at Everton now over a decade as the player. He's made 150 appearances, scored 21 goals as well as Ross Barkley, and, he created a lot of clinical chances as well last season, did Ross Barkley. Everton invested a lot of money in the August window, but they're really struggling this season, especially, Ronald Koeman just seems that. But Ross Barkley, has been there since he was 11, so he spent the majority of his career with Everton. We know he's been on loan deals at Leeds and Sheffield Wednesday, but we know he made his debut against Queen's Park Rangers for Everton, scored his first goal against Norwich, and scored his first FA Cup goal against Queen's Park Rangers as well, did Ross Barkley. But can create clinical chances. He created a lot of clinical chances last season. A lot more than the majority of the players in the Premier League. What Ross Barkley had done last season. So reportedly Chelsea have had a move out for him. Also, the possibly eyeing out a move for Christian Benteke as well. Maybe to partner with Mata, but Christian Benteke is also a player that has been injured since September as well. And we know he used to be Aston Villa. He scored 49 goals in 100 games, for Aston Villa as well as an ex-Liverpool player as well, Christian Benteke. So Chelsea avoid moves out for Barkley and that, and Christian Benteke as well. And also, when as I said, Icardi's been mentioned. He also made his international debut for Argentina, Icardi, in 2013 as well. Did Icardi? But yeah, very good player indeed, Icardi. He's made 135 appearances for Milan, scored 82 goals, as I said. So reportedly, Chelsea are looking to add him. They're looking to still add depth and put character into their squad of Chelsea. And Icardi is a very good player. He's a highly experienced player, as I said. Obviously graduated from Barcelona's youth system, so he's been in Spain. Went to San Pandora, as I said. And now he's at Inter Milan, so his majority of his playing time he's been in Italy as a player. But reportedly he does have an 88 million release clause. Last season, I think last October he signed another extension with Inter Milan until 2021 as well. The current player. So this is the latest news about that. I'm just updating you. And Alex Sandro, one of Chelsea's main targets, because he's a good generated fullback, ex-Porto player, ex-Los Santos player, and I think he's been at Juventus now 3 seasons. This is his 3rd season now in the process. Chelsea had 2 bids rejected from Juventus back in August. And we know Chelsea, also had a move for Jamie Vardy back in August. I think Everton had approached a move for Jamie Vardy as well, because Jamie Vardy's at Leicester. I think Jamie Vardy, he's been at Leicester about 5 seasons now, if I'm correct. I think this is 6th season in the process with Leicester City. As we know, he's won the Premier League with them, Jamie Vardy, the Championship with them, Jamie Vardy. And Chelsea have done business, with Leicester in the last couple of years, with Kante and, Danny Drinkwater in the August window. Reportedly, Chelsea were interested in him. Everton had actually approached his representatives in the August window, but a deal never materialised. But Jamie Vardy, as I said, he's risen up the ranks fantastically well. He's scored goals, he's broken records, he's risen up the ranks in non-league football, as I said, because, with Halifax Town, he was good. He scored 25 goals on his debut season. We know 31 goals with Fleetwood Town as well on his breakout season and his first season with Fleetwood as well, his debut season. He scored 31 goals there. And we know he's a very good player, and Leicester purchased him for just £1 million. Since he's been at Leicester, he's been fantastic. I think he's definitely made over a century appearance now for Leicester. Scored quite a lot of goals as Jamie Vardy in the process. And we know also he used to be at Storksbridge. That's where Storksbridge, I think at the age of 16, he was actually at Sheffield Wednesday, but he was relieved by Wednesday. Storksbridge, he was in the first team at Storksbridge in 2007, so he spent 3 years there before he went to the likes of Halifax and Fleetwood Town as well. But he's made a big impact for Leicester, as I said, but Jamie Vardy would probably complement Morata fantastically well in Chelsea's front line if, Chelsea were to go for Vardy in January, but I don't really know if that's going to happen now, because Chelsea have got quite a few players on their agenda. But yeah, talking about Icardi, as I said, he's got a deal to 2021 with Inter Milan. Reportedly, he's got an 88 million release clause, is Icardi. He made his international debut for Argentina in 2013. As I said, he's made 135 appearances for Inter Milan, scored 82 goals. He scored 11 goals this season for Inter Milan as well. Very, very good player, though, as I said. And also, graduated from Barcelona's youth system. He began his professional career with Sampdoria. He was at Sampdoria as well. And Inter Milan have had him now. I think this is his 5th season of process. Top scorer in 2014-15. Got the Serie A top scorer with 22 goals in the process as well. But he can create chances, operating space fantastic well. Good at physically going around defenders. He's a fantastic finisher, and Chelsea still feels as though they are lacking in that front line as well. So they're still looking to reinvest in the current process. So yeah, that's the latest news about that. And as also I'll give you an update, guys. Earlier on, didn't I? About the Philippe Coutinho situation. That's another deal. I presume that's going to happen now. Definitely, I think Philippe Coutinho. Philippe Coutinho is going to go to Barcelona, as we're all aware. It did say, it's in Sky Sports, that Barcelona are preparing to put a new bid in for Coutinho of around about £106 million as well in the current process. Barcelona prepared to pay £106 million, but it did confirm the other week that Coutinho's representatives made it clear to Barcelona that Liverpool are demanding that they want about 130 odd million. So Liverpool obviously will want more than 106, but Barcelona may not be prepared to pay more than 106, even though Barcelona had 3 bids rejected in August. And the last bid, I think, were about £118 million in the current process as well. But the reports were stemming from Spain that already that Coutinho has agreed personal terms to join Barcelona as well. So I think Barcelona are going to go for him in January. But for me, he'll elevate to a higher level. He'll be playing amongst better players, and he'll be winning silverware, going to a much, much bigger club. But Liverpool is going to be doing none of this winning silverware or playing and stuff like that. So this is why he wants to make the move, and can tell he doesn't want to be there. He didn't want to be there in August when he put the transfer request in, but as we all know, the Liverpool owners and the Liverpool board were not willing to accept any bids from Barcelona at all. And this is why Barcelona didn't get the pursuit of the player, because we know Barcelona are looking at him as a long-term replacement for Iniesta, as we all know. But as I said, it did say, Paris Saint-Germain had been interested in Philippe Coutinho as well. Paris Saint-Germain had been interested in him as well. But obviously, Paris Saint-Germain invested a lot of money. Maybe Neymar would want to see him there because they are teammates, Coutinho and Neymar in the current process, for Brazil. But as I said, the amount of money PSG invested in the August window, PSG may not be able to get the player in, due to their financial fair play regulations, maybe financial situation as well. So, yeah, it's looking like he's going to go to Barcelona. Coutinho, he's made over century appearances now, as I said, as Philippe Coutinho with Liverpool Football Club, as we all know. He's become he's very creative, plays attacking mid, can play in each flank, and he's become one of the most creative, brightest prospects, high prospects, in world football, since he's been at Liverpool. What a fantastic player he is, and no wonder that Barcelona want the player. He's still under contract with Liverpool, don't forget, until 2022. He has had experience of playing with Spain before, with Espanyol. He's also been at Inter Milan as well in the current process, so it does look realistically now. This is 5th season process for Liverpool. He's going to go. He hasn't been his best this season, also, due to injury, a couple of times that he suffered, Philippe Coutinho as well. But looking like Barcelona are going to get a deal online, but they do have alternatives to Barcelona if they don't get the pursuit of Coutinho. But as I said, Liverpool can generate this money in August and get a couple of their targets, they missed out on in the August window as well. They may even eye Draxler as a good replacement for Coutinho. That was in the press the other week. Maybe Thomas Lemar as well. But Virgil van Dijk, we know, was Liverpool's main priority target, as we all know. Liverpool, were convinced they were going to pay £70 million for him in August, but Southampton were reluctant and were resisted to offload Virgil van Dijk. Southampton were resisted to offload him because obviously the Southampton think he's still a key player. He's got a 6-year deal now with Southampton as Virgil van Dijk in the current process. He made his international debut in 2015. He'd been injured for quite a long time as well. Southampton paid £13 million for him from Celtic back in 2015. I think this is 3rd season now in the process of Southampton, so Liverpool may revive the interest in Van Dijk in January, because obviously Liverpool needs to strengthen up defensively. and I still think they may need someone up front as well. Liverpool Football Club in the current process, so we'll see what happens. And what else was I going to say? And to give you an update, as he said in the press the other week, could Manchester United's next signing be either Ozil or Anton Griezmann? Because Ozil, as I said the other day, well, he said it 3 or 4 weeks ago, he reportedly told teammates that he does want to join Manchester United, does Musi term Ozil. Jose Mourinho, classifies him as a fantastic number 10, Musi tells as well. But he did say for him to possibly sign a new deal with Arsenal, Ozil was demanding to wear Jack Wilshere's number 10 shirt. Also, it did say Arsenal were actually willing to cash in for him in August. Arsenal were willing to offload him £30 million. But Ozil has come out and said he's still 100% focused on Arsenal. He's Musi term Ozil, and this basically is what the player has explained. But he can create chances, he can provide assists, and Jose Mourinho, was fantastic with Ozil at Real Madrid. For their 3-year spell there. Ozil was also in the Bundesliga for 5 years, so he's highly experienced, and now he's at Arsenal. This is his 5th season in the process with Arsenal. According to him, he's still focused on Arsenal. He's Mesut Ozil, and with Arsenal purchased him £42.5 million, highest paid fee for German player. Arsenal's second most expensive player, but reportedly the contract talks have still stalled, as that confirmed a while back. The contract talks have stalled, so Arsenal nowhere near in the process of securing him a new deal. Also reportedly was demanding a higher wage increase as well, was Mesut Ozil in the current process. But yeah, I'd like him at Manchester United. Some United fans would like him at United. Some United fans won't like him at United. But it's the board basically just pronouncing that we now have to sell before we can currently buy. And the board have explained this to Jose Mourinho in the current process. But as I'm saying, it's not only Ozil. Looking like Alexis Sanchez is going to go as well. It's looking like Alexis Sanchez is going to leave Arsenal Football Club, as we're all aware of. Sanchez is definitely going to go. He was also demanding a higher wage from Arsenal as well. Alexis Sanchez in the current process. What's this? Yes, he's definitely going to go as Alexis Sanchez, because he was also demanding a higher wage increase from Paris Saint-Germain if he's to go there, because Paris Saint-Germain had also approached Alexis Sanchez, and it did say in the press yesterday, could that Alexis Sanchez, be the key figure, be the key of Arsenal getting the pursuit of Julian Draxler, because there could be possibly a potential swap deal, Draxler to Arsenal, Sanchez to Paris Saint-Germain. There's been a lot of teams monitoring Sanchez, Manchester United. Some people still believe he could come to Manchester United, but I think it's very, very unlikely. Manchester City, so many teams I've already told you have been interested in, but I still think City emerge as the front runners, to actually go on and get Alexis Sanchez, because Pep Guardiola was fantastic with Sanchez at Barcelona. He's won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons with Arsenal. Arsenal had purchased him for Barcelona £35 million. He's definitely now made over century appearances, over 100 appearances now, for Arsenal since he's been there. This is his 4th season in the process as well as Alexis Sanchez, but his versatility is very, very good. He's strong, he's quick, he can lead the lines. I think he'd be fantastic Manchester United, because he can play that attacking midfield role. He's played in the false number 9, I think, before, his advanced role is that number 7, also playing the forward line as well, and on the wing as well, can Alexis Sanchez, and scores loads and loads of goals. Without doubt, in my opinion, Arsenal's best player as well. And when he's been alongside Lacazette, Lacazette and Sanchez have complemented each other fantastically well in the Arsenal team. But yeah, as I said, Sanchez has won honours mainly where he's been. He won it with a plate when he was there on his loan deal. Won it with Coca-Cola when he was there on his loan deal as well. With Coca-Cola on his loan deal as well. And he won honours with Barcelona. He scored 21 goals in his final season there with Barcelona as well. Made his international debut in 2006. Like Sanchez, he's gone on to earn a lot of caps since then as Alexis Sanchez. But there's been quite a few teams interested in him, but as I said, Arsenal would have cash in January. I've let him go on a free next summer, but I think Arsenal are prepared to cash in £20 or £30 million for Alexis Sanchez in January. But City still may wait until next summer when he becomes a free transfer if he sees out his deal, rather than pay for him in January. But as I said, Arsenal could have cashed £50-60 million in, as I do keep saying. But obviously, Arsenal were reluctant, were resisted to offload the player at that time because they couldn't find a replacement. But initially, City put £60 million in. Initially, 60 million had been accepted, but obviously didn't make the move because Arsenal couldn't find that replacement in the process. But if Sanchez was to actually go to Paris Saint-Germain, Julian Draxler could possibly be part of the deal, and then Arsenal get a replacement, get Draxler, and then Sanchez goes to PSG and Arsenal get Draxler. Draxler is very, very good, very, very good in the Confederations Cup. He's very, very good in 2040 FIFA World Cup. He's part of the squad who, Germany won the Confederations Cup. He was captain in the 2017 Confederations Cup as well, was Draxler. Very, very good indeed. Reached the Euro, semi-finals of Euros in 2016 as well, did Draxler. And he's only been at Paris Saint-Germain since January, as we all know, because Paris Saint-Germain had purchased him from Wolfsburg for £42 million in January as well. So only been there since January 2017, but he has made a massive, massive impact as Julian Draxler since he has currently been there as well. But he's surpassed the requirements because he's not going to be guaranteed first team football week in, week out, considering the amount of money that Paris Saint-Germain, invested on Mbappe and Neymar. You've even got Edison Cavani there as well. But as I said, he did very, very well these Schalke days, and, could Klasnic and Draxler reunite together because they played together during Draxler's day at Schalke, and also Klasnic was there as well, and he made 171 appearances for Schalke and scored 30 goals with Draxler, and he was there quite a few years and won honours there. He won honours at Wolfsburg as well, so Arsenal could get him if Sanchez is to go to Paris Saint-Germain, and Draxler then could go to Arsenal maybe as part of the deal. So yeah, we will see what happens about that. But as I'm suggesting to you guys, the main part of this video is to just basically notify you is about Icardi from Inter Milan. Reportedly, Chelsea are looking to activate his 88 million release clause in January. He's under contract with Inter Milan until 2021 because he extended it back in October 2016, which was last year, and the player made his international debut, as I said, in 2013 for Inter Milan. For Argentina, the play in 2013 as well, and the player for Inter Milan, top scorer in 2014-15. 22 goals, and also Icardi is very, very good. He leads the lines very, very well. This is his fifth season process with Inter Milan. As I said, he's made 135 appearances, scored 82 goals. As the player, he's scored 11 goals so far this season, as well as the player. And we know he graduated from Barcelona's youth system, and then he went to Sampdoria, began his professional career there, and then obviously joined Inter Milan in 2013 as well. But Chelsea reportedly looking to activate his 88 million release clause in January as well, the current Inter Milan player. So that's the main part to update you on that as well. And as I've been updating you recently, with the likes of Ander Herrera and, like that, because we know Ander Herrera is also another player that's been linked to him. He's been linked to a move away from Manchester United. Reportedly, Atletico Madrid and Diego Simeone are reportedly interested in Ander Herrera from Man United. But it's also said before that Ander Herrera has been on Barcelona's agenda as well. But we know Ander Herrera is coming to an end of his deal with Manchester United. But as I said, Manchester United, if we don't sign him a new deal, we do have the process of putting a 1-year extension on his current contract, Ander Herrera, which will take under contract with Manchester United until 2019. Man United may not be keen on offloading Ander Herrera. He's nearly made a century appearances now since he's been at Old Trafford, as we all know, as Ander Herrera in the current process. But as I said, Ander Herrera does better in a midfield 3 than he does in a midfield 2. But as I said, obviously with lack of game time he's been getting, when Pogba and Fellaini, have been fully fit. Obviously Fellaini just recovered from injury. Pogba's still out, but he's expected to return after the international break. Herrera's not going to get much in the mix, so obviously he wants more first team football, does Ander Herrera in the current process. But Matic and Pogba were the main, they were the two midfielders that were complementing each other earlier on in the season, obviously before injuries and that started kicking in to our team as well. But Herrera, as I said, this is his 4th season of process with us. We paid £36 million from Atletico Bilbao. He has had experience of playing in Spain as well as Ander Herrera. He obviously was fantastic last season. His work ethic was good, created chances as well, Ander Herrera, and he won the club's Player of the Year as well, and he made his international debut in 2016. And he's won tournament. He's good for Spain because he's won tournaments for Spain at the under 20, under 21 level as well. So yeah, could he potentially leave the club as well? And we've heard the rumours. Juan Mata, he's another player. He's Juan Mata. That come out the other day that reportedly that Real Madrid were reportedly interested in Juan Mata. Because obviously we know he's been at Real Madrid before because he graduated from Real Madrid youth system, did Juan Mata. But Juan Mata is a very, very good player. He can play in the number 10, just like Mkhitaryan can play in the number 10 for Manchester United as well. But when he's been mainly playing, he's been playing on the right-hand side as Juan Mata. He's another player that's coming to an end of his current deal with Man United. And that reported in the press about 2 or 3 days ago that Real Madrid were interested in him. The 12-time Champions League winners were reportedly interested in going for Juan Mata as well in the current process. But I don't see him going by all means. I don't think Mata wants to leave Manchester United because this is now his I think his 4th season in the process because we purchased him in 2014 for just nearly £40 million from Chelsea. His Premier League experience, as I said, now he's Juan Mata in the current process. He also turned a big money move down to China as well, did Juan Mata. But he's still a very, very consistent player, so he's still key for the team. So I don't really want to see Mata go. I don't want to see Mata leave Manchester United by all means. But yeah, as I'm saying, I don't want to see Juan Mata leave. As I'm saying, he graduated from Real Madrid youth system. And he went to Valencia, so he's had experience of playing in Spain. Valencia, he made 174 appearances for Valencia, during his 4 seasons with Valencia. Then went to Chelsea, won the Europa League with Chelsea, Champions League with Chelsea, FA Cup with Chelsea, Europa League. Won the European Under-19 Championship, European Under-21 Championship, and the FIFA Club World Cup in 2010 as well, did Juan Mata. And he's made over 2 century appearances now in the Premier League as Juan Mata, as we all know in the current process. And you've got Fellaini as well, Manchester United. Marian Fellaini is the same player. He's another player coming to an end of his deal. But Jose Mourinho does not want to lose Marian Fellaini because he's just recovered from injury. He's absolutely he made a big impact this season. Obviously before he got injured, Fellaini, made a massive impact in the team. Fellaini, though, it did say before we have an option of putting a 1-year extension on his contract as well, Marian Fellaini's. But in the process, we have not secured Marian Fellaini a new deal yet at Old Trafford. But it did say that Fellaini's agent has been in discussions with Galatasaray and Besiktas, the teams that have been closely monitoring and interested in him. Jose Mourinho blocked Fellaini a move to Galatasaray in August because obviously Jose Mourinho still wants to keep him. This is his 5th season now in the process, I think, because we bought him in the Moyes era, from Everton for just over £27 million. Marian Fellaini as well in process. Definitely, I think he's played about 236 games now in the Premier League as Marian Fellaini all in all. But yeah, I think Manchester United are desperately to keep him. But Jose Mourinho does definitely want to see Marian Fellaini stay Old Trafford. But he did say we still have the option to put an extension on his contract. And as I've explained already, the Luke Shaw situation, he could well leave as well. But I'm saying, it's the board is saying to Mourinho he has to leave before he can buy, because we've heard the rumours last couple of days. The Man United director convinced that Mourinho will make the move to PSG in the summer and leave Man United. I don't really believe much of it, even though Mourinho did admit, he will not end his career at Man U. He did say he wanted to spend 15 years at Man United. And he's managed different teams, Mourinho. And he's never really had a high tenure. He's never managed a team for very, very long, as we all know. The highest tenure he has is about 3 years. But we know he has been linked to PSG because it confirmed George Mendes, Mourinho's agent the other day, had been in discussions with Paris Saint-Germain over this, because he did say Paris Saint-Germain was special and stuff like that. Did Jose Mourinho said they're fantastic in quality, and he did say before he has desire to do new things. But Mourinho has a 3-year contract with Man U. He's in the 2nd year of that 3-year deal he got when he come to the club. So I don't think there's any trustworthy in it. I might be wrong, but I just don't see Mourinho leaving Manchester United yet. But the board have basically announced he has to sell before he can buy as well. But we did miss out on quite a few targets in August, as we all know as well. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Jot your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe to my channel as always, and take it easy, guys, and I'll see you all later on. Bye.